I know the holidays people get crazy for pumpkin stuff, but Pumpkin World, that's just going a little too overboard there. Hello and welcome everybody. This is your host Learbach, and just in time for more Kingdom Hearts 2. In the last episode, we finished off Agrabah, defeated the bosses of Agrabah, and actually, not come to think of it, I need to check out the journal entries for the Heartless and the character file updates and everything. Icy Cubes, one of the enemies, Volcanic Lord, and then Blizzard Lord. Those are the bosses that we fought at the end of that episode, and we got some new character files. Magic Carpet from Aladdin, and Genie from Aladdin. New maps. What else? New missions. Cave of Wonders Challenge and the Skateboard Challenge. Trick Fantasy, Aladdin's Trinity, and actually I mentioned a couple episodes ago whether or not I missed. Yeah, I did miss Jack Sparrow's. Well. We got more of the story here. And we got the album. The Lamp Thief. Aladdin was chasing a boo in the lamp through the streets of Agrabah. The quest for treasure. Ordeals overcome. Bottled up. And yep, that's it. So yeah. Actually, I say last episode we did this. Last episode we did the Gummy Mission. The episode before that we did Agrabah. Excuse me about that. 2 minutes in, I'm already having continuity errors with my own Let's Play. Anyway, in this episode, we're going to be going into Halloween Town. So let's go ahead and start that up, shall we? Here we have Jack Skellington and his dog Zero walking through an odd forest, find a really interestingly festive door. I guess they're all technically festive, but this one more recognizably festive and marketable. Very, very marketable and timely too. This, however, is not, as Halloween was 2 months ago. At the time of this recording, anyway.
Hey, this is Halloween Town, right?
Well, it sure does look like Halloween.
Those eyes on Donald. So yes, this is one of 3 worlds we'll be entering where our characters will actually physically change to adapt to the world they're in.
How have you been, boy?
I don't know why they don't do that for the other worlds, but supposedly it's been hinted that in Kingdom Hearts 3 they will be doing that somewhat. Like they'll be changing the shading of the characters and everything. But no, I don't think it's gonna be anything as extravagant as this. I would like to see more games, or more of this kind of you change to match the world you're in, sort of thing, like with Halloween Town. Unfortunately, they don't do it for like any other worlds except for 2. One of which is gonna be like the worst world in this game, period, by far. In a story, no one don't disagree with me on that at all. Whereas the other one is also one of my favorite worlds, but unfortunately, you can't go into drive form because of the form you're in that world. And there is no reason you shouldn't be able to go into drive form in that world. I'm just saying it right then and there. There's no reason why. I mean, you can go into drive form here. You can't in the world that we're not mentioning because there's no actual fights. There's no point in going to drive form anyway. Though that world, I would have liked to see what you would look like in drive form anyway, because that world's a bit different too.
Sora, Donald, and Goofy.
But yeah,
Welcome back. And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
yeah, one thing I
And
should.
Happy Halloween?
Of course, Halloween greetings from Jack Skellington, the Pumpkin King. Forgive me, I'm in a Christmas mood. You see, I'm running the show again this year, but I need
Again?
Santa Claus' blessing, so I'm off to Christmas Town.
Sandy Claus.
I think he means Santa Claus.
Aren't these decorations wonderful? This year,
So yeah,
Halloween Town is going to
Sandy
handle Christmas,
Claus.
too. But first, we
I wonder if he
have
goes to
to
the
visit
beach a
Sally.
lot.
She's working on something no self-respecting Santa Claus can do without. Come along, I'll show you.
So,
Halloween Town
hold on.
Christmas.
So Jack knows it's Santa Claus, but he calls Santa Sandy Claus.
Wanna go
So,
check it
so,
out?
is- so does that mean he believes that Santa Claus is a title? And that Sandy Claus is the guy's name? Because I'm not going to lie, that'd be an interesting concept right there. You know, Santa Claus being a title. And actually, there's actually quite a few movies that kind of explore that theory to an extent. I mean, yeah, the guy still ended up being called Santa Claus at the end, but if you think of it as a title, it kind of makes a lot of sense as well. Like, look at the Tim Allen movie, The Santa Claus. Which, by the way, for those of you who have seen the movie, yeah, I didn't get the pun until way later.
Hello, Doctor.
Because
Where's
get it?
Sally?
It's a clause, like as in a policy,
I'm in the middle of an experiment.
or rules, or like a thing, a document. But it's also Santa Claus, the person. You know, I love that movie as much as anyone else. It's like one of my favorite Christmas specials, Christmas movies to watch. But I didn't realize that joke. I was like, I could.
Hey, this is way too heavy.
Let's toss it.
You do, and you'll be sorry. Now bring it over here.
Huh.
Yee-haw.
And they still toss it. Oh, those. Lock, shock, and barrel. Just. I hate those kids so much. For multiple reasons, but yeah. And there's Sally, the stitched up Frankensteinian
Imbeciles. Now my
beauty, I
experiment is ruined.
guess you could say. Then her father screaming is
Sally.
Doctor or
Finish it.
Professor
I wanna share with my
Finkenheimer?
friends.
Finkelberg?
I need a little bit more time.
It's not Frankenstein, but it's supposed to be like a Frankenstein-esque
That's
guy.
all right. Just as long as it's ready for Christmas.
Just he can like lift up his scalp and actually scratch his brain, which I'm fairly certain
I've gotta
is
go
not
get Santa
healthy.
Claus right
It's
away.
not good to be able to do
Wonderful to
that.
see you again. Goodbye for now.
I mean, for one, like, lifting up, like, taking your scalp off, that's one thing, but, you know, actually touching your brain, I'm pretty certain that's not healthy to do.
Please, I'm afraid something terrible will happen if Jack.
Again, we're also talking about the same movie where the guy actually ended up taking half of his brain out to put it into another body so he has a friend.
Are those strange-looking fellows in the
Sort of
town
looked like he was
with you?
daydreaming about something.
Huh? What fellows?
He kind of looked like everybody I ever talked to whenever I start talking. I wonder why that is. I mean, it's not like I ramble on for hours or didn't talk about nothing significant at all.
We can go see Santa.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I do.
But first, the Heartless.
But yeah, Sora is basically me in this episode. Very excited about seeing Santa. So right here we have that's Goofy. Donald Blizzard. Let's go ahead and kick that off to put Blizzard on. Fire and Blizzard. Okay, we can put both of them on. What do we have from Goofy actually? Yeah, I don't need to worry about that. So here we have Jack Skellington. He has Lucky, nice. Fire boost, applause. If I remember correctly, I actually do like this limit a lot. MP Hastera. You have MP Haste, MP Hastera, and MP Hastega. So yeah, that in that order of the strength. So that should kind of tell you. Basically, Jack is kind of a lot like Donald. He's kind of a mix of Donald and Goofy, but he leans more towards Donald being kind of a spellcaster with his elemental moves. Ooh, Explosion's actually pretty good. Let's see what else here. New items. Mega Elixir, Lamp Charm. Which I've yet to show off the summons. Kinda shows you how much. Kinda shows you how often I use those. Yeah. I'm gonna have to use. Actually, Genie's pretty fun to use because he can switch into drive forms. And his attacks and abilities change depending on what form you're in, or what form he's in. But anyway, we have Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas. And we have Lock, Shock, and Barrel, all three from Nightmare Before Christmas. The Reindeer from Nightmare Before Christmas. Skeleton Reindeer. Sora, Donald, and Goofy. Jack Skellington from Nightmare Before Christmas. Sally, Dr. Finkelstein. Finkelstein. Let's see, let's go ahead and get the story done with, and the list of treasures, and let me see where we were with, oh, I only missed 2 so far. Oh, 4, never mind. I don't think we missed anything, any of the torn pages, though, so. I think there's only one torn page in Agrabah that we can only get it in a, on our second playthrough. Not playthrough, but our second visit. So, oh, one more thing I should mention. I don't think I've mentioned this yet, but Sora is supposed to be a vampire in this world. That's why he has fangs and has wings on his back.
I can't handle this by myself.
I don't know why he has the mask thing over his face.
We're on it.
I do find funny that the mask has one eye, like the other eye's closed or something, and the mask is covering up that same eye. So yeah, so right here, one thing you gotta worry about in this world are hazards, particularly in this section in Halloween Town. This is a relatively small world overall. So yeah, there's not a whole lot to go through, but in Halloween Town there's a lot of hazards with particularly in this area you got the guillotine, you got the fountain that if you get too close to the fountain, it starts spitting at you. There's a gate somewhere around here, right over here I think. I'm trying to move back to like right back here that you can actually, yeah. But as always, if you need, in certain exceptions, if you need a place to get out, head towards the tower that I was just looking at. I believe that takes you into Finkelstein's lair. Finkelstein's lab. Which is your checkpoint area. That's it, fellas. Santa Claus needs a bodyguard. Are you up to the task? Us? Yeah. Sora just wants to see Santa Claus. Let's just admit it. And there's these 3
What's
kids.
along next time?
A bucket full of caterpillars!
Or something even worse.
And there's Maleficent.
Some old hag?
Silence.
A witch?
Of course, Shock would think it's a witch.
Perhaps you
Or she's a
three
witch.
could be of use to me.
I mean, I guess technically she's right.
All of you. I'll show you the true meaning of mischief.
And they're scared. Other words, of all the things to be scared of in Halloween Town, of all the.
bodyguards.
In all honesty, Maleficent would just be a
Town is
normal
this way.
thing in
Doorway
Halloween
is in the
Town.
woods just past the graveyard.
I mean, she looks. She fit in. I mean, look, we're talking about the king, the Pumpkin King himself, is a guy named Jack Skellington, and he looks like, oh, like a reverse Slender Man. You know, except, you know, this guy's actually cool. Instead of just, you know, some internet trend that people seem to be super obsessed with. But to be fair, that's kind of one of the... To be fair, Jack Skellington is kind of an internet thing that people are super obsessed with. So, yeah. Case point that they're both very similar. The only difference is that Jack Skellington could probably be actually probably be scary as opposed to Slender Man, which just leads to more questions than answers, and that ends up getting. Anyway, I probably shouldn't be complaining about, you know, that kind of. I probably shouldn't be complaining about internet memes and trends. And right there, it doesn't matter what, it's gonna fall towards you. The gravestones and statues will always fall towards you. And I can only double check that. Oh no, that one, those fall automatically. Wow. Okay. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end the episode off right about here. And in the next episode, we'll be heading into the forest and going into that strange door that Jack was talking about. But until then, I'll see you guys later.